This is Dave's LandCruiser. And he's come to us because he's had some life-changing events. I can't go into that, I promised him I wouldn't. But he loves that LandCruiser. He takes care of it. He's had it for the last 7 years. And he went looking around for a new vehicle to get. He also looked at an Ineos Grenadier, but there was things about it he didn't like. So he made the decision to engage with us to do an automatic transmission upgrade and a full Safari Armax power upgrade. So I spoke to Dave this morning, and he kind of went through his motivation behind doing that. And it makes sense to me. He's driving long distances, he's towing, he's got the shits with having to change down to fourth and then third, and sometimes second to get up hills. So that was kind of driving him a bit nuts. He does like long distance driving, and hey, like even I'm getting older. This knee, look, it's bloody shot, right? So if you love your vehicle and you think about the upgrade, or you've had some kind of a medical situation, or with the shoulder and you can't do that and you can't do that, then this may make sense for you. But Dave, we talked about this with Dave for a long time, and this is where it is. We're going to go through the whole build, the deconstruction, the installation, the interior work we've got to do, and then we're going to get into the Armax stuff. We're going to go for a road test. Stay tuned, because the whole video, we're going to do as much as we can. So the team have got the gearbox ready to go, and we're going to get the old transmission out. We're going to get the transfer case off. The team are going to brand spanking new LandCruiser 200 series transmission. There was a bit of a delay in the project. We had to wait for this to come in. Everything was ready, but this is delayed by 3 or 4 weeks, which isn't too bad. We've kept up to date with Dave, and I think he's been happy with the communication. If you're seeing this, Dave, please comment below. I really care about how we can improve the process. Look at these machine parts, just beautiful. And this is all from the team at Wholesale Automatics, and particularly Ash, who I talk to all the time. Thanks for being a sweetheart and helping us through the process. The interior, new shifter, cup holders, CompuShift module, display, a couple of outlets, USB outlets, SIG outlet, so that's great. There's nothing that we have to supply for this kit. Everything comes on a beautiful pallet with from the team at Wholesale Autos. Look at this, workshop instructions. Like, this is so well thought out. Electrical parts, so this is the wiring harness for the CompuShift. It even comes with convoluted, chafe protected hoses for the transmission cooler. So this connects to the cooler that goes up the front of the car. Some more hose. The clutch delete package. Just making that. That's the CompuShift. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful engineering. Please tag them in this. All the rest of the bits and pieces, flex plate, sound deadener, cruise control module, and some fluid. So it comes as a complete kit to us.
What do you have?
It takes. I don't actually know the answer to that question, but you got to imagine that it's there to offset some other weight. So truly, I don't know. I'm just being honest, right? So Ash, Wholesale, comment, tell me what that's for.
Luigi already removed all the interior, which is not that hard because it's like 3 components in the whole interior, right?
Yeah, it was pretty straightforward. There is not much. Very thin metal. As well, maybe if you come from here, so the clutch pedal is gone. Oh, yeah. The factory brake pedal is gone. It's been replaced with the automatic brake pedal. Master cylinder, the clutch is gone. And I also made room for the new cable shifter going in there.
Perfect. What's next?
Gearbox out.
Yeah?
Gearbox, transfer case out, yeah.
All right.
The fun start.
Beautiful. Thank you, mate. Great work. Hopefully you enjoyed that time lapse of Luigi working on this thing. Luigi, the mic is all yours. How was the experience?
Not too bad, not too bad. I think it's a very well maintained vehicle. not a single seized bolt. Even the nuts that came out holding the DPF, they were super easy to take them out. So it's a pretty well maintained vehicle. Stuff around, so transfer will be the first to come off and get bolted straight into the new auto transmission. Then sensors and adapter plates will also be removed and fitted in there. So okay, back to the vehicle, guys. So didn't really film for the last couple of days. Mostly was to sit into the same spot into the engine bay. And basically what happened is completed with the Safari package. Basically we start from the outside, which is the Armax snorkel. All plumbed it in, put it in here. While I was doing the snorkel and the box was out, I start fitting basically the trio, which is the ECU. Underneath there is the fuel filter, pre-fuel filter, and then we do have the catch can. All those basically was a bit of a puzzle because need to do this before the new transmission goes in and needed to do that before I put the box in and before the intercooler was back in. So it was a bit of a time consuming to work it all out, create the puzzle all together. Also the harness for the ECU, it's all been run through. So it starts from here, it goes into the auxiliary power, goes into the cab, and then runs all across basically into the common rail sensor, MAF sensor, pressure sensor, and down to the ECU on the other side. The turbo was completed. I think we posted about that, so the turbo went in. At the same time, and always when the air box was out, I fitted the trans cooler, so the transmission coolant. It's a genuine Toyota one, works very well with it. And all the lines, they've been run down next to the steering rack, steering column I mean, and it's all coming down to the back, waiting for the transmission to go in. And now I'm into the vehicle. So, doing the sound dampening here, just got a very good clean vacuum, very good clean to it. It's almost immaculate, factory new. Now gonna walk that things in, and then there will be more wiring to do. Here we go. Sound deadening was completed over the weekend, and now basically what I did, I ran the new wiring loom for the auto transmission and also connected the computer shift. The computer shift is basically the ECU of the transmission where this gets plugged, and as well there are a lot of wiring to be spliced and connected to the factory loom and brake, clutch pedal and so on, and reverse as well. So this part, it's all done.
That looks beautiful.
Then it's all gonna get basically plugged into the auto transmission, the transfer case and the factory loom. After now basically working into preparing the back of the block for the receiving the transmission. So counterweight goes on, then the new plate will go here. They supply with new bolts as well, which there is a specific torque to be put on, and after that I should be able to slice the transmission on and plug all the wiring and move to the next step. There you go.
Well done.
Good day, guys. Another update about the 79 series conversion. Installed the auto transfer back unit. So it's all been bolted together. Torque converter connected to the drive plate in there. So this small little window is what gives me the access to do that. There was a lot of wiring to be done inside the vehicle, and then they came out from where basically the manual gear stick used to be. And then there are some back-to-back plugs that basically connect to the factory harness as well. DPF went back in, bolted to the brand new turbo up there, and then basically continued to put cross members and exhaust. Rear tail shaft went in, and basically I'm just about to put the wheels on, tires on, so I can drop it off the ground, fully open the doors and continue doing some more wiring in there. Reason why I have not yet put the front shaft is because up here is basically where the shift selector is connected. And once I'll put the center console in it, I'm gonna make sure this is aligning with the position of the shift inside the car. So I want to make sure the neutral is on the neutral side as well into the cabin. Without the drive shaft will be very easy access if I need to do adjustment. With the drive shaft will be a little bit more tight to have that access. Transmission fluid lines connected to the transmission as well. While the gearbox was off, I managed to run longer extension for the breathers, so transmission and transfer case, run it all inside the engine bay, pick the highest spot I could possibly do. Reason why I'm putting the wheels on, I'm gonna just roll it off the hoist so I can open the doors fully, finish a couple of things into the wiring, and then interior tidy up and check a few little things, as well as the high and low range needs to be checked, as I had to do a little adjustment on the rod connecting the transfer to the shifter. Just want to make sure it's clear from any sort of damage on contacting with other things. And also I need to install the replacement of the cruise control, because basically what happened is that with these models of 79, the factory cruise control does not work with this auto transmission. The reason why is because the gear ratio of this transmission is different from the manual transmission, which it doesn't match the cruise control, the factory cruise control. So this is basically still a Toyota LandCruiser cruise control module, and will be replacing pretty much the factory. And now it's gonna all work pretty smoothly together. And not many parts left, which is a very good thing. There you have it.
Well done, mate. All right, so we're on the road thanks to Luigi and his efficiency. The car has been completed. Luigi is filming this right now. I'm lucky enough that Luigi gave me the chance to test drive this thing, and I can say straight away that the difference between a stock manual 70 series is absolutely massive. What really shocked us is how smooth the transmission is. It feels like, well, it actually feels like it came like this from factory, like a normal automatic vehicle. Having the CompuShift down there to monitor everything, I absolutely love it. I love gauges in my life, so having more stuff to look at, I absolutely love it. We've been testing different components like the traction, not the traction, the cruise control, works perfectly. It turns off when it should be. When you tap the brakes, for example. The torque converter works amazingly well as well. It automatically deactivates when you switch it back to drive instead of manual mode. What else? All the temp gauges are working. The torque input.
The sequential as well.
Yeah, the sport mode works perfectly when you go into manual mode. I don't know what else to say. Like, honestly, it feels amazingly well. And of course, the Armax kit makes a massive difference. Huge increase in power, low end torque, high end torque. The different maps are amazingly well designed. And something that we've talked about in previous videos is that you're not gonna get the full Armax potential until the vehicle is completely warmed up. That's not gonna happen in 15-minute drive. It has to be a little bit longer than that. But once it's there, it just pulls and pulls and pulls. So yeah, overall, amazing. Honestly, amazing. Luigi did an excellent job. He followed all the steps. He even did some little improvements on his own, so now he knows how to do it in an even more efficient way in the future, which is amazing if you ask me. So before we get to the show, I just wanted to do a little demonstration. We're currently doing 50. We're doing in fourth gear, and now I'm gonna give it a rev until 65. Look how fast the transmission downshifts. And you can see the throttle percentage. Now it's got up to fifth. And it's driving at 1600 RPMs. So it just drives beautifully well.
Very responsive.
Very responsive, yeah.
Can't even feel the gear shifting.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
You can't feel anything. It's very well designed product by Wholesale Automatics, not by Toyota, sadly.
No, yeah, sadly.
And yeah, so we're gonna head back to the shop, and we'll be back with more updates and probably another test drive eventually. So thank you for staying here.
I've just been reflecting on my own rotator cuff injury, in my left-hand shoulder. And if I was a Land Cruiser owner and I was a business owner and I used it as a tool and I wanted to be more mobile, this is something I would definitely consider. And for this client, he's had exactly that, a life-changing event where he's unable to function like normal. But this also has applications, you know, for traveling and touring and towing. So if you need some support or you're not sure, you're a bit on the fence, whatever, please call me, because I really want to guide you in the right direction to the best outcome that we can get for you. My team has loved this. Luigi, he's a bloody clever individual, super deliberate. And we actually have a handover video that is live now on YouTube, hosted by Luigi, our GG. He's a great man and he's done a fabulous job, and I'm sure Dave is going to be absolutely stoked.
Go, Dave. Enjoy your build. Fantastic.